Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and it was kind of funny here. Um, I'm working on a project, counterterrorism project, and while I'm doing that, I'm also doing my Hoi Chi. I'm introducing people on because they say, "Well, I can't do it because of that." Well, so I help them take away their pain so they can start physically preparing for something like this. And what was funny is I'm out here thinking, I'm out here. I'll let you show you here. Um, I'm just out here in the backyard, and I've been um, playing with my stuff, and I was thinking, I remember in high school or in school in general, you have these basketball players. I mean, really good basketball players, and they would carry a basketball around with them all day long, and they were practicing their basketball. And I don't know, but I would say probably professional basketball players, they probably have a ball close to them. I don't know, but anyway, I'm over here, um, and I'm thinking, I work out in the morning at the minimum, and but normally throughout the day I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there, and with different utensils, try to so I can pretty much get if I can get my hands on anything, I can pretty much perform. And so I was I'm thinking about that, and mm, I'm up north right now, and this is nice weather. And the nice weather, I can come outside and enjoy myself. So I had a cigar, and while I'm smoking my cigar, I was thinking because I did a couple people last night with my Hoi Chi, and I was explaining to them how their kidneys work and their digestion system and stuff like that. And at one point, and before that, we were talking about the counter-terrorist work that I do. And so they were having a hard time putting together staying healthy and counter-terrorist work. And so I was explaining there's a tactic I use. Uh, Not always, but sometimes I can use this, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it involves I weaken the lungs. And that's what started me thinking about my cigar. I'm thinking, oh, how I'm enjoying this cigar. But also, when I work when I'm using this technique to affect someone's lungs or their ability to breathe, what happens is you need oxygen. Oxygen turns into power, strength. Um, it's you need oxygen. I'll put it that way. And so you've got the digestion system. You got the kidneys for urinating. This is to get rid of the toxins. And but some of the toxins come in through your lungs. But the funny thing is, when I do a particular thing, it weakens the lungs. And when it weakens the lungs, you're unable to take this oxygen and convert it into strength, into power. And you can tell this when you watch people doing different athletic events. Most of the time it's like long, like football, the action stops, but you can see it in basketball. One thing they were doing, they were watching basketball game. I don't watch any of that sport, but I'll watch them. And you watch, and you can see the ones that are getting weaker. And what happens? They start sucking air. Like see, right now I'm just breathing. But when you're in a high stress physical environment and you're doing all this stuff, then you end up, and when you watch that, that's called sucking air. And when people start sucking air, they're not getting enough oxygen in them, and they're incapable of running 100%. When you don't not getting all this oxygen and converting it over to energy, you're getting weaker. And so that's what this does. This will weaken you when you smoke. And now, cigars are a little different because they're not inhaled. So it doesn't really get into your breathing type thing. But smokers, you can tell smokers, they, like I say, they will get weak faster than they should because their lungs are filled with nasty toxins. And so when they get this, they're not being able to suck all this air in, they're getting weaker. And it applies, it's a simple way to see it, because like I say, you can see them sucking air, as people in sports. That tells you they're getting tired. They're not performing as good as they should be. But it also works even when you're not doing physical, strenuous stuff, just living your life. That's why smokers, it's hard on smokers. It weakens their body. They're not getting energy in their body, so their organs aren't performing as well as they should. So then that opens, when their organs get weak, that opens them up for diseases and stuff like that. So that's where secondhand smoke comes in. I always used to wonder, well, what's the big deal about secondhand smoke? Well, that's the big deal about it. And I say we're going to be doing some counter-terrorist exercises in which I'm sure they're going to be using some tear gas, and we're going to be doing fires, we have smoke, we have all kinds of stuff that's going on. And all these things are going to be weakening your lungs, weakening your ability to produce energy, to be able to fight back. And that's what happens. If you're in a fight, once you get tired, you're unable to fight back, and then that's when you lose a fight. And so you want to keep 100% of your lungs, along with everything else, running to do well. And but it was, and I'm sorry, but this is the only thing this video is really about, is the importance of good, clean air. I mean, already I purify my own water, and if I'm not in an area where I can purify my own water, I use bottled purified water. You need this to clean the toxins out. But another way to get toxins is, like I say, through the air, either whether you're smoking or the air that you're breathing. And once that happens, you start getting tired, and then you're willing to give up. There's always a point. When you get too tired, you'll get to a point where you'll surrender. Now, you either surrender or you'll lose the fight. The other person stays stronger than you, and then you lose the fight. So either way you look at it, you need good fresh air to breathe and function. And so you don't want to be staying in environments that has chemicals in the air, or smoke, or any of this kind of stuff. It's going to affect your abilities to perform, and in the long run, it's going to affect your organs, in which you're going to start getting weak and sickly. So then you say, well, you got colon cancer or colon problems. It doesn't make any difference. Something happened to get the toxins in, and we get toxins all the time, but you're able to get them out. But sometimes you get overwhelmed, or your organs are getting weak, and then once they get weak, it opens them up to, like I say, cancer or whatever kind of problems you're going to have. So just because you don't get lung cancer doesn't mean that you're not going to get other kinds of cancer. They're still going to be related to the and it's not just the smoke. It's secondhand smoke. It's the chemicals in the air. You're cleaning your house with all these chemicals. And you see, I'm outside as much as I can be. So that's why I like the warmer temperatures. I'm not inside. I'm not breathing the mold and mildew in the houses and stuff like that. You got your old shoes in the closet. Well, that's all fungus stuff is in the air. I mean, these are all things that affect your lungs. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.